Hello there, Kyle Katarn here.
And the Bendu.
Coming back for another reaction to Star Wars, The Bad Batch. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Nerd Chronic, our amazing editor who edits these reactions for us.
Yes.
Our reactions are kind of like a J-type Nubian starship flying through orbit. And Nerd Chronic is a little astromech that comes out of the trapdoor and goes doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and fixes our hyperdrive and gets us past the blockade.
I was going to say, he's totally our deflector shields.
Well, he fixes the deflector shields.
Fixes the deflector shields.
We got deflector shields, but they suck,
He's
aka my
up.
editing skills. So he comes in and fixes it.
Our episode 1 R2-D2 coming in hot.
Absolutely. This droid should be commended. All right, episode 14. This is called War Mantle, apparently.
Give me Kamino, damn it.
Or maybe it's called Band of Brothers. Who knows?
It's called Black Hawk Down.
But yeah, War Mantle, was one of the projects listed in the Scarif database when Jyn Erso was looking for the plans. Black Saber, Cluster Prism, Pax Aurora. These are all things that I really hope we find out what they are in the future. I love that we're getting War
Dark Saber
Mantle.
literally just like the Dark Saber?
It was Black Saber.
Oh, Black Saber.
Probably has to do with the Dark Saber being in Imperial custody.
Yeah, at that point in time.
But like, that was not... No, because that was Rogue One. And the Dark Saber wasn't in Imperial custody until post-Rebels, after it was given to Bo-Katan. But anyway, we're probably going to get something very plot-heavy and juicy episode. I can't wait.
Because that only gives us 2 episodes left.
Yeah, and still no word of a season 2. So, like, it's enough to make a guy nervous. We're going to have to see what happens. But first, we have a Patreon poll. So we asked you guys, this week we're doing an opinion poll. Who do you consider to be the father of Omega? Out of the following options: Lama Su, Prime Minister of Kamino; Jango Fett; Hunter; Wrecker; or other. Explain in a comment. Overwhelmingly, with 18 votes, Jango Fett wins. Coming up close is Hunter with 15 votes, Lama Su with 2 votes. Let's take a look.
I feel like we're going to get some Yondu philosophy of like, he may have been your father, but he ain't your daddy.
I hope so. I hope people, because like I said, this is purely a subjective opinion question. It doesn't really matter what the definition of dad and father. What do you feel is the answer to this question?
Lama Su grew her.
It's true. Sam Tahiri says, I thought Lama Su was a girl. I must be an idiot, but Jango is definitely her dad. If he's Boba's dad, he's Omega's. Lama Su is the prime minister. You're probably thinking of either Nala Se or Tahnwee, who are both
Who's
female.
hella dead.
Tahnwee is very dead. These are the 2 female Kaminoans that we really know at this point.
Who also theoretically hired the 2 bounty hunters that we have seen.
Yes, that's true. We need to get some resolution on that, so hopefully we'll get that tonight, right?
Winter Oak says, so if Boba Fett marries Bo-Katan, would Omega become Bo-Mega?
Huh? Bo-Mega. I see what you did there. Brian Jensen says, Jango, biological father. Hunter, dad. I dig it. I dig it. He is the father in the sense that the biological material came from Jango.
Exactly.
But Hunter's the one who's raising her and showing her the ropes. So I completely agree.
Richard Day says, well, that depends. Bo-Katan would use the term donor.
Oof.
But in all seriousness,
Fighting
while
words.
Omega is the older sister to the clone army, Hunter is definitely the father figure.
I like that.
One.
Omega is totally the older sister, if you think about it, even though she's diminutive and young compared to them, you know. She is
Just
technically
because of her purity of DNA.
Well, she's older than them. She just appears younger because she doesn't have age acceleration.
Oh, truth. Gotcha.
The clones are younger than she is biologically. It's interesting to think about. Grizzly says, Jango is Omega's father, Hunter is her dad-like brother, and Uncle Wrecker is, well, Uncle Wrecker. Sure. It didn't seem like Omega had much to do with Lama Su. If anything, Nala Se is more of a parent figure for her as far as the Kaminoans are concerned.
She definitely
100% agree.
Definitely had a more raising touch with Omega. Definitely more protective.
Omega and Nala Se
Parental
seemed like
role.
they had like an actual relationship. She was the medical assistant and everything
She wear
like that.
the same little jewel piece.
That's
like,
right. That's right.
piece.
I think the only reason I included Lama Su in this is because I gendered the question. I made it father figure. If it was parental figure, absolutely, I think Nala Se would be the better Kaminoan to include in the list.
She would definitely been the donor mom.
Right.
Or not donor mom necessarily, but
The
the surrogate mother to the point of
mother
where-
figure.
to
I
where
figured that's what you meant.
Hunter adopted.
Exactly.
Mr. Nat Cakes says, Hunter, even though Omega thinks Hunter like an older brother, I still think Hunter's fulfilling the fatherly role. Truth. And as far as we know, Omega and Jango don't even know each other exist. Exactly.
That's a point that I've wondered about. Did Omega and Jango ever interact? We know that it's canon that he ordered Alpha. Did he order Alpha and Omega? Did he say, I want a son and a daughter, and we just, the delivery on completion, like he never got the daughter or something?
Created her as soon as they got word that Jango got decapitated.
I think
they were like, "Oh shit, we gotta do
sense.
something with this."
She was created as a contingency once they realized they were running out of biomaterial because the host was gone.
So they made her out of whatever pure piece of muscle tissue they had from Jango at that time.
I like it.
And just straight embryoed it from.
I prefer that. I prefer that they didn't meet. They didn't interact. You know, that gives her own fresh story. Mm-hmm. She still has the legacy. She can do what she wants with it.
Yeah, because she knows exactly like which generation of clone is which generation.
Yeah, she has that knowledge in her, and I think that's part of her enhancement. You know, she's intuitive.
Oh, I thought that
as part of her learning.
Tutelage.
It could have come from being the medical assistant and the tutelage, sure. But I figured that just because she seems to have this trait of like. She observes and then she understands. Like,
this is true.
I thought she just like observed Rex and then understood fundamentally what he was about, and that's kind of her intent, enhancement.
Which theoretically could also just be a straight personality trait of Jango's sister, because other than the novels, because I don't think she made a comic appearance.
She made a quick appearance in Hayden Blackman's Open Seasons.
You mean book-wise or comic?
Comic. Comic. That's the one and only time we see Arla Fett, and she's not stick around for long, is how I'll phrase that. Yeah. Jared Cantor says, following what Vader said, Fett is her father, but definitely not her parent/dad. Likewise, Anakin was Luke's father, but I'd say Owen was closer to a parent-dad. Yeah, absolutely. Owen Lars, shout out for raising Luke Skywalker into the man that he had, because, you know, he was already an adult by the time he took off on those journeys. He was 19 years old, right?
Yeah.
And Luke Skywalker. By the time you're 19 years old, you know a thing or two and like about who you are as a person.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So the fact that he went out and became heroic.
How old was Lars when Obi-Wan dropped off this?
No.
When they could have been 19. Shit.
Talk about how old Luke was in Episode 4 when he like started being active in the rebellion, and when he like killed. When he went on his damn adventure, basically. He was 19 years old. The fact that he was like willing to be courageous and selfless and heroic, like yes, he's a Skywalker, but Owen, Lars, and Aunt Beru put those values in him and raised him for 19 years. So they get some massive credit there for Luke being an awesome guy. Drunk James Bond says, so yes, theoretically Jango is the answer, but like Yondu said, he might have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy.
Called it.
You were waiting for that. Then you have Lama Su. Just because you oversee something doesn't mean you get parental rights. This ain't helicopter parenting. That's fair. Wrecker is just big fun bro Wrecker. Exactly. That big bro that she thinks is the absolute coolest person in the whole galaxy and can't wait to hang out with and introduce everyone to. So yeah, my vote is Hunter. She may even call him her brother, but you can't tell me that Hunter doesn't view her like a daughter. He's got all the feels and behaviors and overprotectiveness of a parent. I completely agree. I think that Hunter... He has all the hallmarks of a parent, but also those of like a reluctant protector, someone who was thrust into the situation. Like he strikes me as the kind of guy who like didn't
situation for sure.
Like a kid shows up on his doorstep. Someone's like, "Hey, this is your kid. This kid's like 8. Peace out." And now this guy who's never like he's like, "I don't know how to raise a kid, but I know like deep down, like on this primal level, I have to take care of this thing."
Oh yeah, I guess.
You know,
so. Yeah.
He like Hunter doesn't really like he's learning, but he doesn't really know instinctively how to be a father. He just knows that he has to.
That he has to
and that it's important to protect.
Girl,
same with Din Djarin and Grogu.
100%.
It was something primal in him that made him do this. It wasn't like I've always been waiting for a baby to come along.
100%.
I don't know what that voice was. That didn't sound like Hunter or Din Djarin.
Someone who's obsessed with babies is what that sounds like.
Yeah, this is my baby voice.
I want a baby. Letitia Hallmark says, think Lama Su is more of a mom, really. Wait, Lama Su, assuming that Lama Su is female. And she doesn't have, right, because Lama Su is the
prime minister, yeah.
She doesn't have a father. Jango's parents would be biological parents. Hunter's more like older brother, or elder brother, taking care of the squad family. Yes, true. And it's like, hey, come meet my Uncle Wrecker who could lift a gonk droid.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely get the older brother vibe from Wrecker, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or fun uncle. fun uncle. I think he's a good blend.
Tech did promise to teach her how to drive as soon as she memorized all those fucking... What was it?
That's pretty
scouting
too.
Schematics? Like, that's never gonna happen.
That's really what the family dynamic
Like,
seems like to me, is that you've got Omega, and she's got all of her uncles that she is older than. Like, that's what's going on here. And it's weird.
In a weird cryo-frozen...
It's very
sort of
sci-fi.
weird.
It's very Star Wars, and I love it.
It is very Star Wars.
Darth Chewie says, definitely going to be Jango. Quick tangent since we're talking about fathers, but do you think Grogu is the offspring of Yoda and Yaddle? After all, Ki-Adi-Mundi was allowed to breed, and he was on the Jedi Council. Ki-Adi-Mundi was allowed to breed because Syrians were...
extinct. Almost.
Well, they were endangered. But Yoda and Yaddle, there's a non-0% chance that... Well, the thing is, like...
With Yoda's species.
It's possible.
The species is unknown. The planet is still unknown.
It would be way too convenient if the only two members of this species that we've seen...
Until Grogu.
Resulted in the third only member of the species that we've seen. It's a big-ass galaxy. There is a Yoda species in the Old Republic, right?
Yes.
I remember him from John Jackson Miller's KOTOR graphic novel. You see him, Zayden Carrick runs into him.
He wears a blue and blue and yellow.
So there are other instances of Yoda's species, but I don't think that Yoda and Yaddle equals Grogu because it's just too cosmically convenient. I would love for him to have for finding out his parents could be an excuse to meet more members of that species. I wouldn't want to pass that up, just assigning him to these people who already exist. It's the whole small universe problem at play again, you know? Mm-hmm. Ben Rafferty says, I mean, I feel like it depends on how you look at it. Biologically, it's Jango. But in terms of who raised her on her own, it would be Hunter. Wrecker's more like an uncle, big brother figure. And Lama Su, I don't consider at all. Nope. I would like to see Omega meet Boba, though, so he can at least tell her what her father was like, etc. So that she can at least get some closure of who he was since now he's gone. It sounds like all of these comments are pretty much in agreement that bio dad is Jango, adoptive dad is Hunter, Wrecker is uncle / big bro, and Lama Su can just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, no, all he literally did was just sign a paper.
Yeah, no, he cut the check.
Yeah, he just okayed the batch.
Yeah, no, he approved it, but he like, and if we're going biologically or genetically, he's definitely not in the mix in any way, you know. Anthony says, if we're thinking of father in terms of the Maury Povich show, then I guess it would be Jango. I love how you phrased that. If we're talking about a father figure / dad, then definitely Hunter. He provides her with unconditional love, acceptance, and letting her develop her own identity within the squad. Not every family would have the balls to draw blasters on the Pikes or take a shot to the chest from Cad Bane.
Dude, I still need to Wikipedia the Pikes. I want to know if they have some crazy, just like straight up psychic powers, like...
The Pike Syndicate?
Yeah, dude, I want to know if they're able to just, like, paralyze people if they take their mask off or some sort of shit. Like, because they're
not mind flayers.
There were only three Pikes in that room, and they had no fucking problem fully threatening the Bad Batch. I don't
think we're supposed to assume that those three Pikes single-handedly took everyone out. I don't think that's the assumption. I think they called in their mercs, and their mercs shot up the place. Because the whole thing about the Pike Syndicate is that they're a massive crime syndicate with all these resources.
I don't know. He pulled out that testicle flare knife like pretty quick, and then cut off that dude's horn. And he was ready to throat slash.
Sure. Quick. I mean, the Pikes are grimy. The Pikes have got some skills, but it's not like they're like mind flayer ninja assassins. Like remember, Kira kicked what's his face's butt on the Spice Mines of Kessel using her Teras Kazi.
Remember, did we see live action Pikes?
Yeah, in Solo when they go on the Kessel heist.
Oh fuck, I guess so. Yeah.
Oh man, why can't I think of his name right now?
Because I kind of blacked that movie out. But
really, no, dude, give it another watch. I really enjoy Solo.
Yeah,
and the Kessel sequence is actually my favorite part. So
this is true. I mean, I do remember the space cracking. That thing was fucking phenomenal.
Yes. Vermina Suminoff.
Fucking Vader riding that shit. Dude.
Darth Vader number 11, he rides one down to the surface of Exegol, and Palpatine's like ready for him, and he has his own like force kaiju, and they like battle. It's dope.
Yeah, and Palpatine's just like, you don't think I was ready for anything?
Of course, fucking Palpatine is ready for a kaiju fight. Oh my god.
Fuck, man.
All right, our last comment comes from Riley Martinez, and it says, I think Jango, just because I see the batch mostly as big brother figures to Omega. And if you want to follow the logic, Jango is Boba's father, and Omega is the only other clone like Boba. So you could say Jango was your father as well, albeit an absentee father. Not like he can help with that, though, since he's, kind of dead.
Give us live-action Omega and Book of Boba Fett, you cowards!
Seriously. I mean, I think it's going to happen. I think all signs are pointing to it. I think that's where she's going to have her big...
Live-action Cad Bane, live-action Omega.
Well, because then they could have this whole moment where, like, they run into Omega and Boba's like, who the fuck are you supposed to be? And then Fennec Shan's like, oh, I remember you.
That's true.
Like...
That's true, because she doesn't have...
I remember you. You dropped a snoke tank on me, you little bitch.
She doesn't have typical clone face, but I think she would...
She kind of does. I think the assumption is that she has, like, a
definitely...
slightly softer features, but she still resembles Temuera.
I feel like
that's
they
kind
would
of the vibe I
definitely
get.
I think it would be some sort of situation where Boba would have his helmet off, and we would see his, like, scarred up fucking amazing face, and then Omega would walk into whatever room, and she'd be like, Yura!
That's one thing.
And then his reaction would be whatever their interaction
Last tangential comment before we dive into the reaction here. I will say that new school canon, Boba Fett, they're really being liberal with that face. They're showing us a lot of Boba's face.
Really?
Well, think about it. He was just hanging out on Slave One without his helmet on. There's like several scenes in Mandalorian where he wasn't wearing it.
Of This Is the Way, yeah.
He was never part of This Is the Way, but he was also the OG never take your helmet off badass. Up until Attack of the Clones, when Daniel Logan was the little kid, when Attack of the Clones was the first time we ever saw his face, and he'd been around since Boba's face,
or Jango,
and he'd been around since the goddamn holiday special. First time we ever saw his face, including like Legends and social and the supplemental media, was in Attack of the Clones in 2002. We saw him from behind in there was a Star Wars Infinity. The manga of Empire Strikes Back showed his face, and it was super controversial at the time. Everyone was like, "Whoa, they showed Boba Fett's face in this comic."
I remember that.
Everyone freaked out.
I remember that.
It was like this unspoken thing that you just don't do it
because it was also before Clone Wars, and
that's right.
Like, and now we have.
And then we see Jango, and now the cat's out of the bag because we know he's a clone, and then we had the implication of what his face looked. Well, now he's just straight up helmetless, hanging out on Slave One and stuff.
That does kind of defeat the purpose.
I mean, they could do it. It's fine. It's fine, but it weirds me out. It's jarring for me.
Give all the credit to what's his name, the actor's name,
Temuera Morrison, Jeremy
Give
Bullock.
All the credit to Temuera.
Oh, Temuera, yeah.
Morrison, because like that dude, like yes, give all the New Zealand credit.
Incredible performances.
But again, like
both times actually, Boba and Jango.
Keep in mind, like Dark Horse comics, Boba never took his fucking helmet off.
Nope. Never.
Until now with Marvel, so they're probably doing it to really give the Jango actor more credit for sure. But again, that is also they should keep his helmet on more.
Well, I mean,
but now
like,
it's cool because he's all like crusty and
they're
like,
clearly
I survived the Sarlacc pit.
They're clearly moving away from the whole like Boba Fett always wears his helmet, but and that's fine. It's just always going to be a little bit jarring for me because I have grown up with this. Just like Boba Fett is his face. You know, his face looks like that right there.
It's like a Michael Myers thing, Jason Voorhees, like it's just every
totally
movie sort of thing.
Exactly, but like like Tem is a badass and he's got a great looking face and he's all scarred up and like I don't mind. It's awesome. It's just a change for me. All right, well that was a really long tangent. Let's watch this damn episode. Bad Batch, episode 14. Do it. Look at the shaft of light, man. Clone. Being hunted. Who is it?
By other clones?
He's only partially armored.
Probably took his shit off to run easier. God, it's just such ET vibes.
Lighting in this force is incredible.
This episode brought to you by Under Armour. That's
in the leg.
Who shot him though? Fucking Crosshair.
Oh, yeah, totally. No, well, Crosshair would be killing the guy, wouldn't he? Was that just like...
I thought that was a mine or a grenade.
It was just a rank and file deserter. He left the beacon. It's a beacon for them. It's a distress beacon.
Hello, boys. Sorry to cut right to it, but I could use your help.
What do you need, Captain?
He's an old friend, and he's in trouble.
Who is it?
I need you to get him out. Can't talk right now. Sending you a signal. I'll be in touch.
What was that about?
The distress signal sent by CC-557.
CC-7... 7-6? That's Gregor. I'm pretty sure that was
Fine.
Gregor's
We'll
qualifying.
check things out. But I don't like it.
Finally!
Kamino,
Finally!
bro! Look at those Star Destroyers.
Ensure every viable clone is mobilized.
Every viable clone.
Right?
We've already
We
started
just-
culling the
we're
herd.
just cleaning house.
Mr.
Cadets.
Solosay, isn't leaving the facility against protocol?
Your training will continue elsewhere.
That's fucked.
Those little flat
That's
tops.
Fucked.
The Empire has canceled all of our contracts.
That's fucked. They're gonna kill you.
They know it. They got a contingency.
Surely we will find other clients who value our scientific advancement.
Not if the Empire can help it.
We have empowered them to our own detriment. I fear they will destroy us rather than allow this operation to continue.
Agreed.
We must leave to ensure our survival. I will arrange for our departure.
Departure
Yes.
where?
Prime Minister.
They're both like, okay, we're gonna put our petty.
They're gonna go hide in the Rishi maze?
We're gonna put our petty bounty hunter shit aside and focus on our own survival right now.
We're already too late. The clone was being hunted. He was
The bonds were
dragged.
cut. Don't break your toe. This planet's got a Pacific Northwest vibe, doesn't it?
Something here.
I was
Inside that
thinking Yosemite,
mountain.
but yeah, no, totally.
Those look like
Pacific
it's a
Northwest
bunch of Douglas
also.
firs and pines and
I was
shit.
gonna say Yosemite is Endor. Man, I hope they don't just genocide them. That would be fucked.
They have their orders. I think that's what they're hinting at.
No, I meant the clones.
No, I know, and I think that's what the clones over Rampart was hinting at.
I'm cloaking a couple of commandos, squads of clone troopers.
Was that an Imperial commando?
Let me see.
I was gonna say those look like
The
first
mountain's
order
natural
armor.
composition makes this base well fortified.
Are those
and
TKs?
nearly
Nope,
impenetrable.
no, of course, but that's a Republic commando right there.
But what about the mission?
We do not know for certain if CC-5576 is even in there.
CC, Clone
or if he
Commando.
is still alive.
If there's a chance that trooper's being held against
Yeah,
his
this is very personal for
will,
Echo.
we have to try to get him out.
He was being held by Techno Union though. Dude, this episode's about to be intense.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. Kando si sakaro devo deyan.
Anything. This encryption's new. This might take a while.
Well, come on, Inspector Gadget, we got places to be. I love that they got the blue glow. Yeah, see, like they're totally different.
They're tank helmets, like what Ezra stole.
Those are a Macquarie throwback. They've kind of like done a mishmash.
But it's totally first order.
This is awesome. We're seeing a new. This is basically Phase 3 clone armor. It's or proto TK, if you will.
TK troopers.
TK Trooper. I'm not familiar with that designation.
How much longer? Bandit. Cell block
TKs are the
4 levels
stormtroopers,
down.
the classic stormtroopers. TK 421. Why aren't you at your post?
Rex sent us.
In that case, the name's Gregor.
Wow.
Now let's move out.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
Ah, so this is how Rex and Gregor are reunited. We're gonna have to rescue Wolf in the next episode, I guess, too.
I take it you're CCs, like me.
CT-99s.
Defective clones. I was an instructor.
What's going on?
Interesting.
Oh, they found out you're gone.
Clone codes don't work here. You just triggered a security alert.
Yeah, you need them TK codes now.
Intruders on level 6.
Yes.
I really think it's time y'all move past the stun blasts.
Clone codes don't work here.
Oh, good night.
Shit.
These are not clone troopers.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. These are our replacements, if you can believe that.
It's happening.
Wow.
It's happening.
I thought you said you trained these guys.
I didn't teach them everything. I wouldn't be very smart, would it?
Truth. God, look at those doors. It's total fucking Star Destroyer.
It's so video gamey, isn't it?
We clones are soldiers of a republic that doesn't exist. These recruits come from all over the galaxy.
Numbers out everything.
Fuck.
Nice.
What
Back
did he
down.
just do?
We're gonna need that backup. Lula! Finally, we haven't seen Lula in many episodes.
What if something went wrong?
I'm sure they got everything under control.
Nice. That was an alley-oop. Little gas isn't gonna stop the commando, though. He can see right through it.
Oh my god, and they gave him the yellow. Oh my god.
Yellow was Sev, right?
Oh, fuck.
Damn!
Oh, he
Gregor just took 2 to the chest.
Yep.
Good thing he's got that CC chest plate.
This is nothing. I got blown up once and survived. I can survive this.
They have all
I wonder if something's gonna happen to him in this episode that makes him all kooky later in Rebels.
I was sent here with other commandos. And quickly realized I wanted out.
So that was the rest of his squad that was just shooting at him.
Gorgeous.
Ooh.
Long way down.
Oh, man.
We see you.
You guys are running out of time here. Oh, Imperial LAATs. And V-Wings. Look at this.
Oh, you're letting her down?
Yes.
Excellent.
Get him, Wrecker.
Excellent. We got a lot of ships coming.
Yeah, you guys don't have time for this.
Oh, tits. They're right there.
Yeah, they're already on top of you.
Fuck.
I'll take it from here. Wrecker, get
Excellent.
on the
Well done.
We need another one of your fancy boosts. Another one of
is
your
that
drifting.
everyone?
His drifting action. Yeah, they got them all. Oh, no, they didn't. Shit.
That guy's not here.
That's some friendly fire.
Good job, Wrecker. Bad guy.
Ooh, who's in that last one?
Shields are down.
Come on, Gonky. Yes. Boost the power. Boost the power.
It's working. Systems are back online.
All hail the GNK.
Oh, hail the gonk.
Nice. Nice. Hell yeah.
Flippin' fantastic tech.
Go, go, go.
Someone's gonna die.
No, they got me. Really? Oh. Come on. He fell? Ooh. Jesus Christ. Not dead, though. No! You just had to say someone's gonna die.
Multiple system failures. We cannot take many more hits.
Hunter, fight your way out, man.
Get the ship out of here.
I'll find another way back. Negative. The odds of escape are
Hunter's
not...
gonna get captured. They're gonna have to rescue him in the next episode.
That's an order.
And Crosshair's gonna use that to his advantage.
And he's gonna use him as bait for the rest. Nice!
That's incredible.
That was sick.
Turn around! We have to go back for him! Hunter, tell them to come back! Order them to come back!
Sorry, kid. I can't do that.
Oh, there's more? Okay, there's a little bit more. Shit.
I am disappointed, Prime Minister. You promised the Empire your full cooperation. A disturbing matter has been brought to my attention. Your chief scientist was gathering medical personnel.
I will ensure a proper punishment.
While I never found your clone troopers to be overly impressive, I do believe you will be of great service to the Empire. I'm afraid your services are no longer needed.
No way. They're just gonna kill him in there?
We're just gonna wreck all of your equipment, steal your scientists.
I was hoping for the whole squad, but you do.
music again.
That's shitty.
Man. Floaty!
That was rough.
Jeez.
But we only have 2 episodes left, so that makes 110% why they would give us such a nail biter like that.
Talk about your cliffhanger, though,
That was
man.
an amazing episode. Holy shit.
For a split second, I thought they were just gonna like unceremoniously kill Hunter off in the fall. Like, falling that great distance. This was a hell of an episode. I feel like I got a lot of things that I personally have been asking for. Like, one of my main areas of interest for the Bad Batch as a show is seeing the transition from Clone Trooper to Stormtrooper.
Yes.
And, like, that's what this episode was all about. They actually name-dropped the TKs. We got fucking Gregor. Gregor came back. Not to mention just, like, full-blown Republic commandos in the armor with the blue visors. I'm so glad I played the game before this episode came out so I could fully appreciate it, man. Oh, that was awesome. What do you think?
The kill off of the Prime Minister.
Assuming that they killed him. They closed the door.
I'm pretty sure that I fucking called this like weeks ago. That the Empire was just gonna be like,
just wipe him out.
Wipe him out with. That they were just gonna be like, look, so we don't want you to help us anymore, but can you make sure to look at our cloning tanks just to make sure that all of our shit is kosher before we completely cut ties with you?
Nala Se would just switch sides like that.
I don't think she had a choice. I think they did catch her like trying to usher people out, and then the Empire was like, you know, why fuck up a process trying to do something that the scientists have
totally.
Like the Empire
they already know how to do it.
The Empire straight up did what the Nazis did by like, you know, stealing scientists and like, look, we're gonna either A, kill your families, or B, kill you if you don't do all the science
and just
shit
coerce
that we want
them
you to do.
into furthering their research for whatever their purposes
are.
Coercion or not, like when Nala Se first entered the scene, she had this look on her face, and I was like, okay, she's disappointed because she's been caught trying to flee.
Exactly.
But as the scene went on, I started to read it as like she's feeling ashamed that she's just sold out, like that she's already agreed to help the Empire, and
I think she feels bad that she got caught, and I think Prime Minister's pissed that she got caught.
I think she got caught, and she immediately was like, Lama Su sent me to do this. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's what the look was on her face. Was not like, I got caught. It was, I got caught and I totally sold you up the river, bro. And that's why I'm kind of ashamed right now.
Because she wanted to save herself and the other science
I don't think Rampart was like, I caught you guys. Now you're going to come work for us. I think Nala Se was like, please don't kill me. I'll come work for you and tell you everything I know. Lama Su's behind it all. I think that's more likely what happened because Nala Se
100%.
is totally like self-serving. She will protect her own interests and she will totally jump sides.
Lama Su, sorry.
No, Nala Se.
Really? I feel like Nala Se is a little bit more of like she's of a standard at least.
No, dude, she was totally fine with torturing the Zillo Beast. She was fine with engineering Order 66 and the chips and lying to Shaak Ti about it and covering up the truth when Fives was this close. Nah,
that's true.
Not on Team Nala Se, man.
Okay, that's fair.
But I think that she has 100%. It in her to just be like, all right, I'm Team Empire now, whatever, you know.
For her own self-preservation.
Because the alternative is death, you know.
This is true. This is true. Okay, that's fine.
Awesome. Well, this was an awesome episode. We've only got 2 episodes left. And it looks like we've got a rescue mission coming up. And
is not going to make it easy.
No, we've got a gnarly series of things are going to go down before this show is done. And it's going to be awesome.
Who does the Bad Batch even have to turn to for help? Who has an army?
Well, they don't have an army, but
they don't have any friends.
They have people they've helped along the way. We can get Roland, the Deveronian, can come back. Cut LaQuaine can come back. Rex, Gregor is still with them.
Gregor and Rex, that's true. That's true.
They have some allies. Not many of them, but they have a couple.
It's not like the Mandalorian where like Din Djarin's like, "Hey, the kid got kidnapped," and everyone was like,
"Just
fucking on my way."
Say no more. We're on our way. But at the same time, they've got a couple people. They have spent all of their time helping others, and those others are going to come back around and return the favor. That's what I think is going to happen anyway. Let us know. Yeah, let us know what you think is going to happen next in a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Stay tuned for more episodes. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews.
Leave comments and questions because we periodically do Q&As.
Yes, the next Q&A is coming up really soon, actually. If you want to check out the full-length version of this reaction, you can head over to patreon.com/KyleKatarn channel. Not only does supporting the channel help us create higher quality content and get it out to you way faster, you also get access to cool perks like full-length reactions, content polls, early access, and a couple of Discord perks as well. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.